Hello everyone, we're going to look at the Music Maker 2 project in Scratch, and in this one we're going to have a number of different instruments, and we are going to have it changing the different, the music will change to the different instrument depending on what you click. So let's get into Scratch. So here's a blank project ready to go. Now in this one I don't really want Scratch the Cat, so I'm going to get rid of it, and I'm going to put in some musical instruments. So if you search up here, you can type in music. Oh, we've got lots of instruments there. Now, what I've got is I've got a guitar. You have to search each time, which is annoying. I put the saxophone in. The trumpet in. And what was the last one I had? Guitar, trumpet, keyboard. There we go. Now I've got 4 different instruments. Now, it doesn't matter which one you have as the starter, but you have one instrument starting the music. So I'm going to make it the saxophone. So I'm going to click on the saxophone, and when the flag starts, it's going to be playing some music. Now, you can see I've got the music extension here. To get there, press down at here, and where is music? Oh, I don't have it here because I've already added it, of course. But that's how you get to it, and you get the music one. Now this one, as you can see, drums. We're not using the drums for this. These ones we're going to look at. So play rest, play note, and set an instrument. We're also going to use the tempo to slow it down a bit. So first off, I'm going to slow the tempo down to 50 because it was slightly too fast for me. Then I'm going to make it play note, rest, play note, rest. I'm doing a group of 4 because there's 4 notes in each bar, as you would know from your music lessons. Now, we're going to make this go forever. So when I press the flag, not the best music, I admit, but you can play around with it. To change the note, you press here, and you've got a little keyboard here, so you can change which note you want. All the notes there. You can also change for how long it's played for. So 0.25 is quarter of a beat or a crotchet. And yeah, well, that's how I've taken it. A music teacher may say I'm wrong, but that's okay. We can talk to them about that. This isn't a music lesson. It's a programming lesson. Oh, and I realized I've done this in the trumpet, not the saxophone. Good to know that, but not really that important. So I'm going to play the music forever. Oh, I forgot to say I should set it up as the instrument. So at the top, I'm going to set the instrument to, well, we don't have a trumpet here, so I'm going to use trombone. Again, not a music lesson, but that will work. Now, what I would like to do is make it so that when I click on guitar, when we click on guitar, when this sprite is clicked, we change the instrument. Set instrument to guitar. Now let's see if this works. I press play. That's the 2 notes going. Nothing's happening. So what's happening here is that it's actually got 2 streams. So within that sprite, the trumpet sprite we've got where we're playing the music, that music will always go on the instrument that says within that sprite. If you get another sprite music, then that instrument will be always played on based on what that sprite is, what's set to. So clicking on it won't change the original music, which is good if you want to have multiple instruments in your music ensemble. Bad for what we're doing, but there's ways around it. So we're going to use broadcasting. Now, a broadcast message is under events. Down the bottom, we broadcast the message. So what I'm doing is when this sprite's clicked, we're going to broadcast the message guitar. Every single time we click it, it's going to send a message guitar, like yelling out the word guitar for everyone around it. Now, on the trumpet, where we've got the things, I'm going to put in when I receive guitar, Then we're going to set instrument to guitar. Okay, now let's test it out. Okay, that's a trumpet, or trombone really. That works. Okay, we need to do the same thing for the other two instruments. So under events, when I receive, not guitar now, I'll do a new one for saxophone. When I receive keyboard, I'm going to change it around. So when I receive keyboard, I'm going to change it to electric piano. When I receive saxophone, I'm going to play saxophone. Where's saxophone? There's number 11, saxophone. We need to get them to still shout out that message. So I'm going to click on saxophone. When this sprite is clicked, broadcast, saxophone. And the same thing for the keyboard. When the sprite is clicked, broadcast, keyboard. Now let's test it out. Okay, that's the trumpet, saxophone, guitar, keyboard. Oh, it's not happening when I do the trumpet. So what we need to do is, it's best just do the same thing. When the sprite is clicked, I'm going to broadcast a new message for trumpet. Again, it's really trombone, but we'll forget ourselves for this. And then we're going to set instrument to trombone. Now I did that when it's sprite's clicked to broadcast because that's going to go into the next bit. So when I receive trumpet, because we're also going to have some dancers. So if you search for a dancer, you can choose one of these, and what we can do is when they're started, we can have a loop and have them change costume. Now, that's way too fast. Of course, we're going to put a wait in, which is under control. I'm going to wait for 0.25 seconds. 1 second's too long. 0.25 seems to be pretty good. There we go. Now, what I'm going to do is actually going to have it. So this will be the first one. And if when I receive guitar, I'm just going to hide. I'm going to make sure it shows when we start off too. We'll just duplicate that for the others. 1, 2, 3. So when I receive trumpet, it was going to show. When I receive keyboard, it's going to hide. And when I receive saxophone, let's test this out. Okay, I'm going to click on the keyboard, disappeared, guitar. Fantastic. Now I've done that with one. Let's do it with another one. So again, go up here and do dance. I can choose another dancer. I'll put it over here. Now this time, I'm just going to copy the code across. So I'm going to click on the first dancer, click, drag it over the top, let go, click, drag it over the top, let go. And now it's here. So I'm going to just change it slightly. I can make it hide initially. So when it starts, we only have one dancer. And when I receive saxophone, this is going to be the saxophone person. So I'm going to get the other 4 up. So if I get guitar, I'm going to hide. If I get keyboard, I'm going to hide. If I get trumpet, I'm going to hide. But I'm going to get saxophone, I'm going to show. Let's test this out. Okay, keyboard. There we go. So we've got it almost done. We can get 2 more dancers in because we've got 4 instruments. So all you need to do is do the same thing with 2 separate dancers, get to do the same blocks, and then you're set. Good luck.